It's another score for Olympic 4, Manly 3.
Check 1 2. 1 2. Check 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 1 2.
3 for Olympic for the under 16 boys. Welcome to Cromer Park for the Manly United Fan and Family Day. Please take some time to enjoy the activities that are set up at the northern end of Field 1. We have a jumping castle, face painting, which is wrapping up at 3 o'clock, hairspray, a cake stall, and an inflatable football field for the kids to enjoy. As always, the canteen will be open for the whole day. The far post on the eastern side of Field 1 will be open until 12 p.m. until late this evening, so feel free to join us for some refreshments and watch the action from the deck. We will also be running a skills challenge for kids aged 12 and under at the halftime of our women's first grade game, which is kicking off at 3 p.m. and a crossbar challenge for all ages at halftime of our men's first grade game, which kicks off at 5 p.m. Details on how you can enter these will be announced during those games. Manly United Football Club wishes to thank Brown Brothers Skip Bins and Community Bank Freshwater for their support of Fan and Family Day.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Cromer Park for Fan and Family Day here with your Manly United FC. Quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, there are 2 canteens operating at the northern end of the ground, so make sure you check out both queues there. If one is busy, the other one will surely be available for you for whatever you need from the canteen, and the far post will be open throughout the entire of this afternoon's proceedings. There will be a skills challenge that will be happening at half-time of the women's first grade game, which will be our next match happening here on Cromer number 1. And as you say that, ladies and gentlemen, the lineups for NPL New South Wales Women's between your Manly United FC and the Northern Tigers have now been confirmed, and they are as follows. For the Northern Tigers, number 1, Anna Norton. Number 4, Izzy Keach. Number 5, Savannah Murray. Number 9, Hayley Johnson. Number 10, Charlotte Mortlock. Number 12, Saffron Glass. Number 14, Beth Bernardi. Number 16, Olivia Cartwright. Number 18, Bo Burton. Number 21, Nikola Dominikovic. And number 22, Maya Cameron. And on the bench, number 3, Sarah Ozula. Number 8, Jade McAtamany. Number 24, Julia Murphy Perez. And number 28, Katia Clement. Number 31, Annalise Glastonbury. And number 44, Arlo Wither.
trees and recycling over 80% of their collections. At Brown Brothers, they live and breathe skip bins. So go on, skip the mess, just better with the best. Call on 9999 6466 or get a fast quote at brownbrosbins.com.au. Brown Brothers Skip Bins, their business is picking up.
Welcome to Church's LFL for NPL New South Wales Women's, the Northern Tigers and your Manly IFC.
And a very good afternoon to you live from God's Country here on the New South Wales Football YouTube Live. We are at Cromer Park for the National Women's Premier League matchup for the Northern Corridor original firm derby. Manly United versus the Northern Tigers. My name's John Rizzuto. It's a pleasure to be here, welcoming all the fans around the world, in Australia and especially here in New South Wales for this cracking encounter between first place Manly and the fifth place Tigers. Just 2 points separate these two to start the season as we enter round 6 of the 2025 season. Both teams coming in with red hot form, and we're expecting an absolute cracker here today at Family Fun Day at Cromer Park. Great crowd here of 3 games across the Sunday afternoon for the fans who have come down to watch this weekend of football. But this is the big one. This is what they've come to see. This is an absolute cracker. As I've mentioned, both sides have been excellent so far this season and look like the front runners for potential titles come the season's end. But of course, only time will tell, and there is plenty of time left before we get to that. Let's start with the teams for you. With the away side first. In goals is Anna Norton. Isabella Keachers at the back in number 4. Savannah Murray alongside her in number 5. Haley Johnson stands up front in number 9 alongside Bo Burton 18. Got a double last week in their impressive victory over the Bulls Academy. Charlotte Mortlock is in at number 10. Saffron Grass, Beth Bernardi play in that centre midfield position once again. Captain today, Nikola Dominikovic holds the wing. Olivia Cartwright the other. And Kataya Clement joins the back 3. On the bench of Jade Makatamani, Maya Cameron, the longest name in New South Wales football contender, Julia Murphy Perez Texeria, and then Rosie Irwin in 29, Annalise Glastonbury, the reserve keeper, in 31, and Isla Witham to round out the bench for the away side. As for the home side, a few changes for the side that knocked over the Newcastle team last weekend 3-2. Nicole Simonson makes her first start for the season back between the sticks. Phoebe Gilbane is there at the back alongside Grace Arnold and Lucy Richards and Michaela Smeltzer. The midfield contingent will be Anita Zorden in 8 and the ever-present and double goal scorer Sian Bozanik in the midfield. Up front it will be Daisy Arrowsmith and Emily Nanette and Ellie Kerr getting a start today. The bench is Leah Burton, Ruby Jackson returning, Judy Drever on the bench for her first few games in goals, Peyton Starner, Ava Roberts and Ruby Vernon for the Manly bench. We're about to get underway here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all set for a start in the NPL New South Wales Women's between the Northern Tigers
what
and
is
your Manly
the original
FC.
Northern Corridor derby in this competition. Obviously the inclusions of the teams like the Gainesville Ravens and the Northwest Sydney Spirit have probably given a closer geographical rivalry for the away side, the Northern Tigers, but this is where it all began. The two older clubs on the north side of Sydney and New South Wales, and they do battle once again here at Cromer Park. Sure to be a great game. Either side can go top of the ladder today if they get the win. Obviously this is the early game in this competition. The rest of the fixtures will come later on, so a win here for the Northern Tigers will momentarily put them top of the table. They will obviously have to wait for those remaining fixtures on the other teams around them before they start thinking about that. Arnold going back to Simonson to give her an early touch, and now Manly will come forward with it. A soft pass which Arnold had to provide some composure for. Now Kerr can break away. She can play Minette down the corridor. Still breaking away. Tries to find that runner Stewart, but it's just in behind her. The run was probably a little too early too. There's a collision there between Kerr and what looked to be Keach. Referee has said there was nothing doing on that occasion. The referees, of course, for you today, Isabella Vitowski in the middle, Hannah Sheridan and Simon Ashari are the assistants. Gilbane now back to Simonson. Manly start with the stalwart veteran that they have had in goals for many a season. Perhaps an injury being the reason, but she's back in it today. Draper obviously has done valiantly in that time period. Perhaps dropped after conceding 2 goals against the young Newcastle team last week, and they look up for it at the moment. Certainly starving the Tigers of any possession. They will be the favourites here today. Applying any kind of pressure. All over the top, trying to find Gilbane. Wasn't on that occasion, so Zorden picks it up. She can only go backwards. They will reset. A little breezy this afternoon, which I'm sure the players will be grateful for, as the heat earlier today was scorching for a early April day. Here come the Tigers. Beth Bernardi just loses control, and Kerr picks it up. Zorden tries to roll away from the challenge. Doesn't get too far, but does win the throw. Could be a poor giveaway from the Tigers. They do hold their nerve. It's a new look team this year. Still missing the likes of McMahon in the side. Jessie Warapuri not at the back for them either. Many of the core still there, and some of the younger players from seasons gone by have come through. Here come the Tigers. This is an opportunity. It's whipped across. It's almost put in. Manly completely at 6s and 7s defensively. They were like a donkey in a horse race when that ball came across. They showed no anticipation whatsoever, and a fortuitous bounce helps them out. The danger's not over just yet. Pass forward there by Mortlock, not finding the intended target. And they get away with a real let-off in the end. It was wonderful work initially by the Tigers. And had it gone their way, they would have found themselves with an early lead with just 6 minutes played. Grass wins the header. One here, again by Mortlock, and she brings it forward. Plays it into the path of Johnson. Tries to get the ball across, but Schmelzer's there to deal with the danger. Schmelzer goes long again up to Minette, who manages to roll away from the challenge of Keach, but can't find the run of Kerr. The Tigers start to grow into the game. Play forward again to Johnson. Way back there from Smeltzer to Simonson was casual at best. And the keeper can only see it out of play there with a clearance. Here's Johnson now. Nice ball into the path of Mortlock. Just to go around Smeltzer, doesn't do it. And there's a big coming together. Ball stays in the field of play. And that's going to be offside as Mortlock is coming back from an offside position. Through for either side just yet, with 10 minutes almost complete here. KG so far. Both sides looking to get forward quickly. There's not a lot of lack of decision making in terms of getting the ball forward. Both sides eager to challenge the opposing sides defensively. Here come Manly through Kerr. She's an excitement machine. Plenty of pace. That's a poor giveaway there by Keach. Arrowsmith almost pinches a yard. Murray comes across to cover for her centre-half partner. That's the threat that Manly do pose. They do have good pace in wide areas. And they're vigorous at the back. Kerr tries to get this one in the box, but went with an audacious outside the boot right-footed cross, which would have been quite the piece of skill had it come off. High percentage play, that's for sure. A low percentage, I should say. Stewart now. A very good season so far in 25. So versatile along either wing. He's made right attack, like wing attack I should say more specifically, her own so far in this season. Nice roll of the ball there from Stewart. She tries to go round a couple of the Tigers players. Was that muscled in the end by Murray at the back, but well to win the throw. Back to Stewart. Well to hold the ball up on a couple of occasions. This could be a favourable bounce for Gilbane. Go out for a throw for Manly, according to the officials. Annette brings it down to Zordon. Just gets the ball trapped underneath her foot. And Tigers get away with it, and it's allowed a swift counter through Johnson, who's had to just retreat slightly. The pace of Gilbane getting him back within striking range. That's a good switch of play there from Keach. You know, count that as a shot there. Decent effort there from the right back. Don't think it was what was intended. But it did look rather exciting. forward. Oh, he's there to deal with it, but only as far as Manette. Now plays it into Arrowsmith, who's onside. Keepers come out. Jigs it brilliantly. And look, Manly 1-0 up. As easy as you like. It's really come from nothing. But a simple ball forward after a poor clearance has put Manly in the front seat here at Cromer Park. 1-0 in this round 6 encounter against the Northern Tigers. Hannah Norton came rushing out. Probably not the moment to rush out, you would have thought. The ball was bobbling, so it made it easier for the finish. Take nothing away from it, though. It was class from Arrowsmith. And Manly continuing their great run of form in 2025 as a shot comes in from distance from a Cartwright there, out at right back. It was high wide and not very pretty. Goes up for a goal kick. Well, it's a first for the season for Arrowsmith. After making the move across the Spit Bridge a season or two ago. And that's a good ball forward, and Bozanic's in. Scott Stewart across her, it misses her, it'll come through to Gilbane, who's got time, has a go first time as well. Cleared off the line by Murray. Manly now starting to really challenge this Tigers defence. The direct running through those channels, just not getting picked up by the Tigers midfield. Zanuck just couldn't find Stewart, who had made a run inside the 6-yard box. Came behind her. Gilbane maybe had time to set herself before firing it towards goal. It's always a fullback's dream when you get an opportunity to have a crack at goal, because they are usually few and far between. So Burton's pass misplaced. Double last week for her. She'll be keen to add to that tally. She's also sporting the new fashionable look of cutting the holes out of your socks. Johnson now. Ball forward there by Cameron is too heavy, and no one's going to pick that up.
Just a quick announcement, ladies and gentlemen, there will be a halftime skills challenge. Currently brought to you today by Grand Brothers Skip Pins. If you're 12 and under and you want to be part of the skills challenge, make sure you get to the northern end of the field at the raceway 5 minutes before half time.
To move into.
Make sure you join us there.
Long first time up to Kerr.
At half time, 12 and under only.
It's overhit. Oh, that's a nice figure there by Johnson. And now the Tigers can bring it forward through Mortlock. Johnson again, crosses first time towards Burton. Arnold's there to deal with it, and now Zordan's there to cover. Nice touch from the midfielder. It's a little heavy, but he can't keep it in. So it was grass there originally. Tigers need to find a way through. They've looked promising in many areas of the game so far. Especially when they get forward. Manly have been very resolute defensively this season so far. It's going to be tough to beat them. One goes up for a Manly throw. Ross is in there to win that well. Now Johnson is going to put Arnold under pressure, and she's going to have to concede the throw. She does well in the end to do that at least. Here come the Tigers. Comes back to grass. Tries to find Mortlock. The header there probably not required, you would have thought, initially by Richards. Put the ball back in the mixer and it would have gone out for a goal kick. No one gave a shout. Well, Simonson really teasing Dominicovic. Here's Manette. Will she find Kerr? The ball is in behind the winger. She'll retrieve it. It's at the run of Richards and it finds her. Come back to Bozanic. Lovely run from the midfielder. She'll win a free kick, you would believe. And that is the way it goes. Manly now have a chance to extend their lead via the set piece. Arrowsmith standing over it. Could go anywhere when there's a bit of breeze about. Arrowsmith goes for goal. Oh, it wasn't a bad effort at all. Manette was late on the scene. She'd arrived a couple of seconds earlier. That would have been a very interesting moment for the Tigers' defence. Kovic keeps it in momentarily, but Gilbane once again harrying. Tigers have pinched it off Bozanic, and Grass goes early for it. This is Dominicovic. Probably not the right option there by the captain. They had a chance there, the Tigers, to have a go on the break. Had she got a boot through it, it may have been a different story, but snapshot always difficult to connect with. And that definitely pushed in the back, and this will be a free kick. Dominicovic asking for a dive. Have some bad news for the Tigers captain. That was a clearest push I've ever seen in the game of football. Here's Gilbane, the captain. So far, Manly untroubled. Simpson goes long to Gilbane. Gets a nice flick on. That's enough to get it through to Stewart. Kerr is in the middle. Stewart's touch takes her a little bit wide. Gets the ball across. It's not a bad weighted cross, but doesn't get all the way to the back post where Manette was lurking. And Norton with an easy grab. And a huge boot upfield, which is dealt with really nicely by Smeltzer, but only as far as Bernardi, who chooses the wrong pass, and Bozanic picks it up and intercepts it. Had an opportunity to play the ball through quickly and then gives it away herself. The game gets a little bit scrappy in that moment. There's Bernardi. Burton back to Mortlock. It's a little heavy. Breaks to Arrowsmith, but only for Grass to step in and clear it away. Ball's long. Cameron's got work to do with Stewart on her tail. A little too close to her tail. Just tripped up from behind to win the free kick. ball all the way through. Arnold deals with it in a rather unorthodox fashion. You've got to be careful here, Manny. Bazanek has been guilty of giving it away a couple of times. Johnson now. Honed into the corner by Bazanek, who eventually pinches the ball back. Tries to play it off it to go out of play for a throw. It doesn't. Stays in. Tigers still have the ball here. Bernardi back to Johnson. Mortlock. And Arnold's across and wins a strong tackle. Cross doesn't get past Simonson, and now Manny look to break. Here's Richards storming away. Good run here. So we'll keep this in. Back to Richards. He does nicely initially. Breaks Carly to Mortlock now. Bernardi. Back to Mortlock. Here's Keach now. Murray. Looking for the run of grass. It's just over hit. Wasn't a bad idea from the Tigers' centre half. So far, just the one goal to talk about. 25 minutes played here at Cromer Park, courtesy Daisy Arrowsmith. Wonderful finish. It's taken really nicely in the 12th minute as well. Just looking back, it does have to be asked whether Norton got a little bit too much of rush of blood to the head to come out there. Arrowsmith still had plenty of work to do before having to dink the ball over the keeper. Went back into the mixer. Nice layoff there from Dominikovic. It's just a bit too heavy and Burton just can't get there in time. That would have been a great opportunity for the away side to strike back. It's not a great clearance. Comes to grass, tries to play it into Dominikovic, but Arnold steps up really well. Free kick's not given there. Now a chance for the Tigers with Burton. Lays it back to Bernardi. Rolls it through her feet. Comes back to grass, who has a go, but it's deflected. And then headed away only as far as Mortlock. Mortlock tries to go around Richards. Gets a great ball across. It's dealt with awkwardly by Smeltzer initially, but recovers well to clear the ball away from danger. Tigers throwing plenty of players forward to get back into this game now. Just a final third pass away from executing potentially their first goal of this game. Good header from grass, but too much steam on it. Here's Arrowsmith now. Ball into Kerr. Nice flip round the corner to Richards. Finds the net, but Keach is in there to deal with it. Oh, that's not a great header. It's picked up by Dominikovic, but once again, the imperious Arnold is at the back covering, snuffing out any sort of danger. Here's Meltzer. Centre half run to Arrowsmith. Lovely switch of play here to Gilbane. Will she get there first? Stewart is probably in an offside position as the ball comes over. Flag does eventually go up. hasn't quite timed those runs yet. Stewart, she's been in some great positions, but the pass initially from Gilbane was difficult enough to deal with anyway. It was a lovely pass from Arrowsmith to find the fullback. Does well. Dominikovic now looking to bring it forward. Nice ball into Johnson, who's got time to turn. Wants a couple of runners. Is going to go herself. Plays it out wide here to Cartwright, who will keep it in. Now the cross comes in. It's a bit too heavy. Kept in there by Bernardi. Now she goes in towards the centre of the park as well with her cross. Doesn't work out for her, and that's a poor giveaway by Cameron. And now Manette is in on goal. It's gone a little wide again. She's one-on-one here with Murray. Emily Manette puts the ball across. It's just a bit too heavy. Stewart was there. If it found her, she had an open goal. Tigers lucky there to get away with not being punished and finding themselves 2 goals down. Richards does well under pressure. Gilbane can bring it forward. Loose touch. Stays in play. Oh, nice layoff there by Stewart to Gilbane, and now comes into the middle for Zanuck, who could just bring it forward. Lovely ball. There's Manette. Still Manette. Got a chance, but Keach just recovers in time. So very nearly the pass from the Zanuck was wonderful. I mean, what an inclusion she's been this season so far for this Manly team. In the middle of the park, they just look so sure with her presence there in the middle. Zorden as well has been a wonderful addition to the squad. Is Kerr so skillful and speedy on the ball. They came across and won the throw. Break kindly here for Stewart. Players in the middle waiting for it. It comes towards Kerr. Heads it back. Arrowsmith surely for a second. Just couldn't wrap her foot over the ball enough. It just didn't sit. Got the AstroTurf bounce. From a bird's eye hindsight point of view, leaving it for Manette, who was just behind her. Probably the smarter decision, but she wasn't to know that she was there. And when you're that close to goal with the ball in front of you, you're always going to favour the shot than the layoff. Oh, and that's a beautiful ball through. Daisy Arrowsmith is in again. Stewart's in the middle. Will she pass to her? She just got to lay it off. No, she's greedy. And it's a wonderful save from Norton. And Manly bomb what would surely have been a 2-goal lead. And now Johnson is in. Can she go around Simonson? Oh, just couldn't touch it away. The game all of a sudden lighting up. Smeltzer with a lovely run. Tries to find Manette, who steals the ball off Keach. Stewart's made the run. Has a go herself, but the deflection will make sure that it doesn't go towards goal. And then Murray will just calmly get the ball back into her side's favour. was a wonderful ball forward by Richards. Daisy Arrowsmith had 2 chances to pass to Stewart. Did not for the first one, which was the trickier pass. Rode the challenge, which then set up a surefire cross goal pass for her opposite winger. But doesn't take it, and Norton made a big save. Johnson trying to go around Arnold, but too strong again. At the back, the centre half is for Manly. Grass wins it back. Goes first time towards Johnson, but again, Manly centre backs do the job. Jordan, it's a little bit too busy with her movements and loses the ball again. Bernardi finds Johnson, turns and goes, one-on-one with Smeltzer. Here's Johnson, looking for an angle, has a go! Oh, wonderful save from Simonson! That's why she's been Manly's number 1 for so many seasons. Wonderful save, that was flying into the top corner. And we find our first corner of the game going towards the Tigers following that acrobatic save. It was a wonderful strike from Johnson, who's got 3 goals this season and has looked ever present in this game for 1-2. Danger not over for Manly. Corner comes in. Doesn't really get past the near post. Comes as far as Bernardi. Now Manly will look to break with Manette. And it just doesn't fall their way. Cameron with a very important touch defensively. Now a hopeful ball forward. Dominikovic underneath it. But Simpson's there with the punch. Grass with a heavy touch. We'll have to see this one go out of play. And Manly survive. Wonderful save. That one's got to be for the highlight reel. Marty as well to at least maintain possession for the Tigers. Chance again for the Tigers. Manly defensively. Stoutwick once again. Johnson just hoists it back in towards the middle. Smeltzer with an easy header. Now Manly try to break, but Bernardi's there again. This game sitting on a knife's edge at the moment as to whether it'll be the Tigers finding a way back into the game. Well, that pass has worked out brilliantly, and Bo Burton's picked up the ball. Richards has to cover. Now the cross comes in. Johnson's at the back. Wonderful header and a wonderful goal. It had been coming. It was a goal either for the away side or a potential counter-attack. Manly bombed a couple of opportunities to go 2-0 up and now find themselves level here at Cromer Park. Hayley Johnson adding to her tally for 2025. That's 4 goals for the number 9.
Goal for Northern Tigers, number 9, Hayley Johnson. Manly United 1.
A wonderful header and a great cross from Bo Burton. Those two forming quite a partnership for the Tigers this season. And finally they crack Manly's defence 35 minutes into this contest. And we have an absolute game on our hands here today in Sydney's Northern Beaches. Manly had looked so good through the first half hour, and as I mentioned, really bombed a couple of opportunities, but they've got one here again through Stewart. Nice run here. Touch just takes it away momentarily. Here's Zorden from distance, but got a lot of power underneath that one. And it skies over the goalposts of Norton, whose save was very important in the context of this match so far, denying Daisy Arrowsmith a second. That laid the groundwork. And the Tigers were level through Johnson only moments later. It'll surely be a free kick as Dominikovic collides into the back of Gilbane. Ooh, that was a rough tackle. Hardy
Quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, anyone wanting to join
staring
in for
down
the skills challenge at the half-time of the women's first
Manly
grade
captain
game.
after the
And
collision.
You can start making your way to the walkway, the northern end of the ground, 12 years and under for the skills challenge at half-time.
finds Mortlock. Mortlock of Burton. Johnson starting to really team up here, causing Manly problems. Cameron tries to play one through into Dominikovic, and I tell you what, if she was a little bit more greedy in the chase, she may have been able to pounce on that miscontrol from Arnold. Nardi under pressure from Zordan. Pass back to Keach wasn't great, gets away with it as she rides the challenge of Kerr's pressure. It's nice here from the Tigers. Here's Mortlock. Grasp going in towards the middle, but doesn't find Johnson. Cartwright with the cross. Kovic is loitering around the 18-yard box in different positions, right and then left, primarily on the left-hand side. Trying to get a bit more involved. The other front three players are having a lot of joy. It's not really been in the game as much. Here's Grass, who's had a really strong half. Plenty of running and defensively been very good. And credit as well here to the fullback out on the left-hand side, Maya Cameron, who had a pretty tough start to the game, but really redeemed herself. That should be a free kick, you would think. No, it's not given to Cartwright. Richards, I thought, had given the ball away and then tried to redeem herself with a shirt pull, which was going to constitute a free kick as soon as Cartwright went to ground, but the referee Rutkowski said no thank you, play on. Here's Mortlock striding forward. Oh, lovely layoff there by Johnson. Here's Bernardi, but Arnold steps up well. And a loss from Zorden. Manly get away with it, as do the Tigers. The Tigers win the ball back. Good ball into the path of Burton. Burton looking for options. Doesn't have anyone on the left-hand side at the moment. All a bit standstill for both sides as they edge towards half-time. Good long ball towards Johnson, but Smeltzer, who's been imperious, heads away easily. Both sides looking very leggy. It's been a very intense half with barely any stoppages. We've had about one corner and a couple of free kicks. The ball has remained in play almost, and I'm going to do this with the worst math possible, around 80%. That's just off the top of my head. But just to give you the picture, it is very fast out there. Long ball up to Johnson. Flick on is not bad. Burton's lurking. Gilbane is nudged in the back. Fans aren't happy about it. But the referee's decision is the final one. And they get away with the free kick. Long ball. Murray heads away. Finds Bernardi, tries to find Dominikovic, but heads a little big. Grass intercepts, but rushes the pass. Cameron to win the ball back. And almost finds the ball into Johnson. It just had a bit too many Weet-Bix on it. It was a little slower. It could have found a way through to the striker. Arnold goes up to Stewart. Her pass well behind Gilbane. Camera goes long. Dominikovic nudges Gilbane in the ribs. Looks like she is winded for sure down there. It's a tough knock. But if there's any player who is familiar with a big challenge, it's the Manly captain. Here's Manette, who's been quiet in this first half as that ball goes out for a throw in the corner here. So Manly got a chance to put some pressure on with about 30 seconds remaining in this first half, with some added minutes maybe to come. But as I mentioned, there's really been 0 stoppages, maybe a minute max. Get the throw. I don't expect there to be much time left. Referee has the whistle ready. Goes out for a Tigers throw. Stays in the field of play. Here's Dominikovic. Zanuck comes across to cover. And then hoisted clear by Simonson. Header there from Johnson. Manly can counter here potentially late on with Manette. She's got Kerr wide, who's got pace. Tries to go around a couple of defenders. Here's Stewart onside. No, referee has called the flag up. The ground announcer calls for a big no. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. The ball went too wide and the save had happened. And the call is Jets there. It definitely was offside. That should, you would think, see how the half. Referee's probably going to play another minute here, you think. No, she's not. It is half-time here at Cromer Park. A intriguing first 45 minutes in the Northern Corridor Old Firm derby between Manly United and the Northern Tigers. An electric start by the home side, which was capped off by a wonderful goal by Daisy Arrowsmith in the 8th minute, and it looked like the league leaders were going to be having a field day with plenty of chances coming their way, most namely again for the goal scorer, who, as I've said before, had the opportunity to square it across for what surely would have been 2-0 for a simple tap-in for Nicole Stewart. She saw red, tried to go it alone for a second goal, but it was wonderfully saved by Anna Norton. That gave the Tigers the fire that they needed to get back into the contest. They came close via Johnson, but it was a wonderful save from Simonson to deny the striker. But it wasn't moments that far away that defined this first half, as Johnson did get her goal and 4th of the season by a wonderful cross and header finish into the far corner to set up a wonderful second half for us here at Cromer Park. Even completely, 5 shots apiece. couple of
Kids in the
corners,
middle, over there.
one corner
Come on
only
down.
today, as I've mentioned. There's not been many set pieces.
I hope
So
that's
this
mental
is
age of 12
very
didn't
delicately
apply to me,
poised,
Adam.
and I'm
It did.
very excited to see the outcome
Come, kids, come
of
out.
this second half. Stay with
So
us here
anyone
on
in the
the
grandstand, 12 and under, come on out to the
YouTube live
middle.
stream
We're gonna run a
for
special
New
halftime,
South Wales. We'll be back for the second half.
Half time
Just
team here,
moments
thanks to Brown
time.
Brothers. Out in the middle, everyone. Right out in the middle, come on.
Yeah.
Anyone can do it, as long as you're 12 and under. So come out here, grab a ball out of the ball bag. Got enough there, hopefully. You might not have time. You'll be right, just do it in bare feet. Okay, shoes outside. Because what we're going to do, we're going to start outside the circle. So get the ball. Now you can wear boots, you can wear bare feet, you can wear socks, you can wear slides, whatever you're comfortable kicking a ball in. Okay, has everyone got a ball? I know, sorry. Okay, stand on the edge of the circle, everyone. Everyone spread out on the edge of the circle. Okay, so spread out so you're not bumping into everyone. Now this is a pretty simple skills challenge. Everyone, you've got to have the ball on the line, flick it up and juggle into the bin. You got it? Into the Brown Brothers little skip bin. Thanks to our sponsors. If you drop it, you're out. However, if no one gets it in the bin, everyone gets another go. There's one more. So spread out. Spread out. Okay, so as soon as the ball hits the ground, you stop and you go back to your starting position. And if everyone doesn't get it, we go again. If someone gets it, they win the prize. Okay, is everyone ready? Any more questions? Oh, by the way, you can't juggle it up in the air like that, like boot it. You've got to keep it under head height, okay? Feet only. Feet only? Oh, do you want to use your thigh and everything? Okay, you convinced me. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Yes, winner! Winner! She got it in one. Oh, but it fell over because she got it in. You win a $250 voucher. Congratulations. Oh, well, she got it in first. Yes. So whoever got it in first. Back. Everyone back. Everyone back. I've got some more prizes. Lauren, well done. Are your parents here? Are you going to take them to dinner with that voucher? It's a Visa voucher. You can take them anywhere. Or are you going to keep it for yourself? Well done, Lauren. Okay, we've got some more prizes. They're not as good as the first prize, but thanks to Banana Blossom, we've got some more prizes. So, whoever gets it in, gets a prize. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Win above head height, number 7. Watch out, move, move, move. Anyone else?
Okay. Where is he? Okay, we'll have another go. Half time's nearly over. Hold it. We're going to get off soon. Okay, last go, everyone. 3, 2, 1, go. Watch out. Spread out. Who did? No one got it in. Who got the ball in? Who got it in? Oh, bounce to win in. Quick, Robert, we've got time for one more. Quick.
Oh, well, honestly, like, anywhere, like, I only need this in a square. Yeah. So, like, anywhere.
You ready?
Anywhere.
3, 2, 1, go.
Like, where you're standing right now, I guess it's really standing in the way. But that's pretty good. Yeah, it's anywhere that
You got it. Well done. We've got another winner. Thanks to Banana Blossom, another voucher there. Everyone, we've got to get off the pitch because it's half time nearly over. Well done, everyone. Everyone, put the balls back. Thanks to Brown Brothers for the prize. Round of applause for Brown Brothers, everyone. Also Banana Blossom for the prizes as well. Thank you. We'll be back at half time in the men's game for another prize giving situation with the crossbar challenge.
Thank you very much to Adam Peacock. And well done to all the participants there for the skills challenge. With thanks to Brown Brothers Skip Bins.
Hey team, need it cleared? Brown Brothers Bins is here. They've been servicing the northern beaches and surrounds for over 40 years. Next time you think skip bins, think Brown Brothers. Reliable service and eco-friendly operations is what they do best. Brown Brothers have planted over 16,000 trees and recycled over 80% of their collections. At Brown Brothers, they live and breathe skip bins. So go on, skip the mess, just better with the best. Call on 9999 6466 or get a fast quote at brownbrosbins.com.au. Brown Brothers Skip Bins, their business is picking up.
Entertainment. Make sure you visit our good friends at Bingley, Balgala and Monoval. With the finest in customer service and their famous negotiable prices, you are sure to find exactly what you need for your home and business. So make sure you go and meet the team at Balgala, Monoval or online at www.bingley.com.au and find out why Manly United FC likes Bingley. Please welcome the two teams back on the field for the second half of NPL New South Wales Women's with Northern Tigers and your Manly United FC, the halftime score. Manly United 1, Northern Tigers.
Grade game is coming up after this, so there's going to be plenty of action after this, so make sure you stay tuned. The ground announcers even left the music playing in the background. It's one hell of a circus here today, but anyway, meanwhile back at the ranch, the second half has kicked off. 1-1 if you're joining us here just now between Manly United and the Northern Tigers, round 6 of the National Premier League Women's competition. It's been an intriguing encounter and both sides look really good, and it's going to take something special to break the deadlock. And they're going to give it back to the Northern Tigers after that kerfuffle with the ball hitting the referee. Zolakic goes long, but Arnold's in to intercept. Cartwright finds grass. Comes back to Cartwright and she pings it out to Dominikovic, who's got room to move into. Lovely ball across. Here's Johnson. Oh, and Smeltzer with one of the most delicate touches to see the boy out of play, ball out of play. That could have easily been 2-1. Delightful ball from Dominikovic. Johnson was there to tap it in. The touch was incredibly telling from the centre half for Manly, because it would have absolutely been 2-0. They have a corner, though, to deal with, Manly. All the way towards the back post. It's too deep, and Manly deal with it. Bazanek plays it up to Stewart. Tries to go around Cameron, but does well to win the throw. Great ball across from Dominikovic, but an awesome touch away from Smeltzer. It needed it as well. Could have been a very early lead in the second half for Manly. Sorry, for the Northern Tigers, I should say. Murray just blasting the ball downfield. Simpson's turn now to do that. Straight through to Kerr. She was offside. It's like a bit of a switch here for the Tigers. Oh, good ball through. Dominikovic with a pretty decent touch considering where the ball came from. Just couldn't quite drop it down. Nice roll there from Kerr to Manette, who will keep this in. Keach is there too. Well, we all think it's... Well, the free kick was never... The throw-in was never given. I don't know what the Tigers were thinking. Not once was the whistle blown to say, hey, this went out of play, bring it back. And now they've picked the ball up, given away a handball, and now Manly have a free kick. Well, what a disaster class that was for the Tigers. That they concede here, they'll be furious with themselves. Daisy Arrowsmith standing over it. Well, what can Manly do here? Arrowsmith chips it towards the penalty spot. It's headed towards Norton. It was a nice touch, but it was straight out the keeper. Kerr tries to play Zorton, can't find up. Grass wins the ball. Dominikovic picks it up in an attacking position, but Arnold is across in cover. Nice run here from Stewart round Cartwright. Electric pace. But Murray's there sliding in to make sure that that foray forward is undone. I was going to say that Cartwright and Cameron have swapped sides, it looks like here. Cameron's come out to right back. Cartwright has gone to left back. Stewart wins a free kick. Smith standing over it again. Here it comes. Doesn't get past the first defender. And now the Tigers will look to counter. Here's Bernardi. She's got Johnson ahead. Decides to whip it back in field. It's a good idea. Burton was there, but Simonson was well out of her own area to make sure that the counter didn't present itself to the Tigers. So a great pass from Keach. Kerr almost wins it back, but Cameron does well to keep possession. Going long. Smeltzer coming across in cover. Smeltzer has to be careful. Dominikovic wins it back. Wins the ball though. To recover well. Comes to Johnson, who just plays it in towards Burton, who's there! And almost finds the corner, but Simonson taps it away for a corner, sorry. Well, I didn't think that the ball was going to drop so favourably for Burton after the initial shot that she was reaching for. So great reactions there from Simonson, because that would have certainly had the chance of creeping inside that far post. That's a nice corner. There's a chance for Keach. Comes to Murray. Oh, and it's close. Just over the crossbar. It's all Tigers at the moment. Wonderful cross. It probably just had a bit too much power on it, so Burton couldn't get there. She got enough on it, and it would have gone in had it not been for Simonson's good reactions. So we'll find Johnson here. Full clearance from Arnold. Burton now will look out wide to Mortlock. Mortlock one-on-one here with Richards. Gets to that byline, straight across the face of goal. Here's the chance for Cameron. Doesn't get any purchase on the shot, though. The fullback striding into the area and just tried to place it instead of have a crack with any kind of power. The miss hit the ball altogether in the end. Ball up towards Johnson. Headers almost in the far corner from Smeltzer there. Could have easily been an own goal. Simonson would have had no chance if that crept inside the near post of her right-hand side. Tigers just asking all the questions. Can they make this corner count? Johnson's at the back, good header up, punched away from Simonson, and again, it just kisses the upright. How many times can Manly just hold on here? Another corner to deal with. We've had one in the first half, and we've had 5 now just in the second. Ball towards Johnson again, who gets up. The net does the work defensively, calls for handball. Would have been a harsh one, to say the least. Rutkowski saying absolutely not on this occasion. Manly looking like they're readying a sub. Well, that's not a good bit of control from Bernardi, and it plays in the net, but the ball's just a bit heavy there by Zorden. It's Ruby Jackson that's going to come on. Where she will play is about to be decided or announced. It will be at the back. Arnold will come off.
Backing away to the field is number 3, Grace Arnold. Coming onto the field is number 6,
good.
Ruby Jackson.
In the first half, I think she was pointing towards a quad or potentially a groin there, or a hip, because it certainly looked like she wasn't playing as assertively as she was in the first 45 minutes, which probably explains why Ruby Jackson has come on at centre half. Thanks kindly here to Zorden, who finds Bozanic. The pass a bit heavy. Bozanic tries to go around Cartwright. Can't get the ball back across the face of goal. The fullback doing a good job on the Manly midfielder. Lines up well. Hoists it forward. Oh no, this is a poor error from Smeltzer. Mortlock is in for two. Tries to go around Simonson. Takes it a little too far and it hits the upright. Oh, surely. Still not over. Bernardi. Oh, and she can't keep the header down. Well, it was the Tigers in the first half that dodged a certain bullet for a second goal. This time it's Manly. It's a poor mistake from Smeltzer, whose header just goes straight into the path of Mortlock, who stormed downfield. She did really well to round the keeper. She probably got a little bit tricky with it. It was wonderful to watch, to say the least. And then all she had to do was finish into an empty net, and she took it just a little bit too wide and then hit the post. They've kissed it a couple of times in this second half of the Tigers. This time they gave it a big smooch. And then the ball back across from Dominikovic was brilliantly weighted. Bernardi couldn't keep the header down. Tigers still knocking at the door for a second. All over the top to Kerr. She's onside. Up against Cameron. She's come back onto that right foot. Here's Gilbane. Stewart. Ball whipped across, and well, it was almost a cross-come shot in the end. Does well to win this back. Stewart is then fouled by Murray, who will be fortuitous, you would think, to escape a yellow there. Can Manly hit them with a sucker punch blow here? Here comes the free kick. Arrowsmith has a go from range. Straight down the throat of Norton. Clearance is a wobbly old one. Stays in play. Here's Gilbane. Stewart's made the run. It's a good one too. Murray's across. Good ball across towards Manep. Just kind of stubbed it into the ground. Took all the sting out of the cross. Norton's clearance only finds Gilbane, and she can come right back at the Tigers' defence. Here's Arrowsmith. Murray comes across and forces it out for a corner. Only just starting to wrestle some control back. He's whipped in towards that 6-yard box. Plenty of Manly players there. Tigers deal with it and send it right down far end of the field, away from their goal. And Smeltzer, Manly just wanting to keep possession just for a little while. They've been starved with any of it in the second stanza here at Cromer. It's been all one-way traffic so far. But it's still 1-1. That's not a great header from Smeltzer again. Almost falls to Dominikovic. Just another poor pass. Gilbane has to clear. Could break kindly for Manly, but Keach is there to step up and send it away. I was saying, it's still 1-1. Manly well and truly in the game, even if momentum is not going their way at the moment. A couple of the Manly subs warming up. There'll probably be more changes for the home side, you would think, soon. Mortlock, lovely touch. Should have scored earlier. Will want to make amends. Nice little dink across. Will it fall for someone? Here's that chance for Burton. Wonderful block. Still with a Manly defender to clear. And it does eventually get hooked away. As far as Manette, whose touch is heavy and goes out for a throw. Tigers still looking for that all-important second goal. They've been asking, but have not been receiving the answer. I mean, that was some wonderful trickery there from Zorden. Kerr just a little bit flat-footed. Nice work again from Zorden. And that's good work to find Kerr, who plays in Manette. Keach steps in. It comes back towards Manette, though. Murray's there to deal with it nicely. And she'll find Norton clean up any kind of danger. Manly are looking threatening on the counter. It's a wonderful header from Smeltzer, this time far more assured. Is Richards. Oh, well intercepted there from Cameron. Good pass into Johnson, who's got time to turn and go. She's being chased from Zorden. Good ball down into the path of Cameron, who's going to have some work to do to keep it in. Finds it to Johnson, who's got no room to turn. Still no options to pass to either. Now the cross comes in. Particularly dangerous on that occasion. Cartwright out towards Cameron, but well intercepted by Richards. Her pass, though, doesn't find Manette, and now the Tigers come again. Grass plays it in, that'll take a deflection. But a handy one for Simonson. Prevent any corner. And that wins another header, but the header goes out of play, and that will give Manly the chance to make some subs. Kerr comes off for Stana, and Richards is off as well, and on comes
Manly FC. Making the way from the field is number 20, Ellie Kerr, and number 16, Lucy Richards. Coming on the field is number 4, Leah Burton.
Leah Burton is on in number 4. You can see the jersey there. Looked like it.
And number 19,
a 9.
Stana.
At one point, I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. 40 player wearing a 9. Anyway, back to the game. Throw is taken. Bernardi picks it up. Finds it wide out to Cartwright. Ball comes in. Johnson was lurking, but Smeltzer makes an important header. Jordan gets away with a really poor pass. They're just getting overrun, those two in the midfield. That's a lovely layoff there from Manette. Here's Starner now, who's just come on. Manette wants the run. It'll get to Arrowsmith. Keach steps in well again. Here's Bo Burton now. Keach goes long over everyone's head. Telling touch though from Smeltzer. Carries it through to Simonson. His Bazanek hasn't been at her influential best. She's been somewhat stifled by the midfield trio of the Tigers. That's a lovely word from Manette. She goes wide out to Gilbane, who's got room to move into out on the right-hand side. Brings it forward, looks for Stewart, gets it to her. Players are in the middle. Manette being one of them. Comes all the way to Starner, but it's too heavy. And then Mortlock will cover it, but it will be a throw to Manly. They don't really make a use of. Bernardi is tenacious in her desire for winning the ball. It goes out for a goal kick, which Norton will take. For all the promise that the last 25 minutes has shown. Still 1-1. It's been all Tigers. Can the Manly subs make a difference? Well, on that occasion, as the new winger on in Starno bundles over Mortlock in one of the clumsier tackles you'll see. Send everyone forward here for this one. Keach to take. That is going more towards the corner flag than it is the goal of Manly. That is a real waste of a set piece from the away side. Probably feel a little frustrated because they should be up by a couple of goals. They still haven't opted for the bench yet. Does look like a couple players are starting to ready themselves. Header there by Cameron. Burton's got some work to do. Cleverly plays it off Johnson for a throw. Here's Sorden. Tries to find Manette. Can't get it through. Keach does well. Gets it to Dominikovic. His initial miscontrol works for her. Now here's Mortlock. Has to come back. Oh, nice work there from Bernardi. Tries to go near post. Easily saved by Simonson. Lovely pass into Johnson. Wide to Dominikovic. No one in the box just yet. Now they come. Johnson. There's Bernardi, but Simonson well positioned to take that. And now Manly look to get the counter away. Oh, that's a poor giveaway from Starner. Lovely roll of the foot from Mortlock, but then tried an audacious reverse pass. Stewart chasing this one down. Murray does enough to see it away. And he's still lethal on the counter. Nice ball. Here's a chance. Oh, is there an opportunity for a free kick there? No, it's offside. So a penalty, I should say.
substitution for the Northern Tigers coming onto the field is number 3.
There are those
Servant
changes.
Uzulna,
Servant
and number 28, Katia Clement.
Zunla is on.
Making their way from the
Beth
field is
Bernardi
number 14,
and
Beth
Cameron
Bernardi,
are off.
and number 22,
28,
Cameron.
Katia Clement is on. Like with a lovely pass to Johnson, but it was well out of play. Everyone just stood still for a second there. Manette almost pounced, but her touch was poor. Just hoisted downfield. Smeltzer's got work to do, but does it cleverly. Bain into Bozanic. Has to be careful. Gives it away. Keach goes long towards the substitute. Clement, whose touch was just a bit too heavy. It was not a bad attempt there. Another one sporting the fashionable cutout socks. Eventually we get the ball downfield by Simonson. Burton, nice layoff to Dominovic, who's got that pace to go around Jackson. She's got Johnson in the middle, goes it herself, and I think Jackson got a very telling touch. Just did enough. The veteran making a good recovery in the end. Dominovic is rapid. Speaking of rapid, here's Stewart. She's been running all day. One-on-one here with Murray. She's got Manette in the middle. Goes for it, but drilled right into the keeper. Looks like it's going to take something really special to break the deadlock here. Here's Murray. Finds the new player on in the Zunla. Burton is offside. Another change for Manly coming. Ruby Vernon. To replace
substitution for your Man United FC. Making away from the field is number 18, Daisy Arrowsmith.
Scored a wonderful goal in the first half.
Ruby Vernon.
Should have been the provider for the second. How much will that hurt them come full time, potentially? Needless to say, she's had a wonderful game and is the reason why Manly are at least on level terms here today. Oh, terrible giveaway from Simonson. She's very fortunate. That's not a great clearance. And then a shot from Saffron Grass. Well, every single player lost all sorts of composure there. Not a single person took a breath to just set themselves. That could have easily and should have really easily been potentially a second goal for the Tigers. Manly almost gifting it to them. Simonson first, followed by Smeltzer. Bozanic. Trying to find a way through, doesn't. Gilbane has to be careful. Simonson this time. It's no mistake with the clearance. It's Cartwright. To Johnson, who's onside. Finds Dominovic, just can't bring it down. And Starner does really well too. Hinch the ball back for Manly. Hart still. It's the Tigers that push forward. They get the throw. 15 minutes to go here now. This game deserves a third goal. Dominikovic brings it down well, looking for options. Gets it through Mortlock. Tries to ride the challenge, but Burton steps up really well. And now Zordon looks to counter and plays it through to the new player on. Wonderful run here from Ruby Vernon down the touchline. Stumbles a little bit to find Manette, who steals a yard. Emily Manette, this would be wonderful from the striker. Falls kindly here to Zordon. They can't choose who has the shot. Zordon tries to find a pass back through, but can't do so, but does win the corner for Manly. Nobody in a Manly shirt wanted to actually take the shot when it came to them. Manette did wonderfully, just couldn't get the ball out of her feet to get a shot away. Burton gets a near post, there's a chance! Oh, and Manette almost bundled it in, but it fell so kindly for Anna Norton in goals. And I tell you what, if that was the goal that we got here to break that deadlock that we have, it would have been very scrappy, and against all the form books, which has been the way that this game has played, has been brilliantly so far. Burton onside here, comes back to Vernon, looks for Manette, doesn't get underneath the ball, but failed to clear. Was Cartwright, and they get away with it there, the Tigers. Manette keeps it in. Back to Gilbane. There's no one really in there to aim at apart from Stewart. And the cross is taken comfortably by Norton. Moves upfield long. Manly make an absolute hash of it. Dominikovic is going to try and keep this in. It definitely took a touch, I thought. It did. They get underway quickly with the throw. Mortlock. Dominikovic was offside. You would have thought, can she get there to keep it in? No. It's too big. The flag probably would have gone up anyway. Shy of 10 minutes to go here. Neither side has been able to break the deadlock. Here's Mortlock. She's beaten the most likely. Lovely work from Vernon. And they're going to play this on. Advantage was definitely not played. Dominikovic is onside. Tries to play through Johnson, but just lacked a little bit of clutch execution in the final third today, the captain. Here come the Tigers. Dominikovic into Mortlock. One-on-one here with Burton. Tries to go around her, but Burton covers really nicely. She's been solid since coming on. Manette just slipping over. Dominikovic has pinched this, now brings it forward, has a go herself, wasn't the option, falls kindly to her, brings it out to Mortlock. Mortlock now goes to the byline, gets it across, but Burton's in the way, and then Jackson clears out for a throw just. Stuck in a corner here, Mortlock. Loses out. It's nice work from Vernon. Can she find Manette? No, she can't. Murray hoists it downfield. Lovely touch from Johnson. Has Mortlock wide. Gets it to her. Dominikovic is in the box. Oh, lovely work again from the winger. Crossfield, and Simonson just has to punch it away. Zunla wins it back for the Tigers. An audacious shot from range. from Cartwright is easily saved by Simonson. Long ball. Upfield will definitely go out for a throw. Manly pinch it back. Here's Vernon. Manette picks it up. Grass can't keep the ball though. Manette. Infield for Starner. Murray's there to deal with it. Oh, breaks kindly here for Starner, who's in on goal, but oh, the last touch lets her down. It just bobbled off her knee. And now Tigers go early. Up to Burton. Good header initially from Jackson. Dominikovic is trying to steal this. Will she get it off Burton? No. Great work from the fullback. An important touch. Now Zorden has a great run for Vernon. Doesn't use her. Can't get her feet sorted. And then eventually passes it, but makes it harder for the winger. That pass should have come way before for Manly. The counter was well and truly on. Providing a pass, but she didn't look whatsoever. She's lucky that Starner didn't get on the end of it. Here's Keach. Moving to Mortlock. Nice work. Finds Bo Burton, has got time to go. Brings it forward. Tries to find the run of Mortlock. Gets it across field. Back to Burton! Oh, there it is! It had been coming for 40 minutes! And finally, the Northern Tigers get what you would call a very deserved second goal and take the lead with just under 5 minutes to play here at Cromer Park. They've been huffing, they've been puffing, and they haven't been able to blow the doors down. But finally it's come via Bo Burton with her third goal of the season.
Goal to Northern Tigers.
After a double last
Bo
week.
Burton. Manly 9-1, Northern Tigers 2.
Manly just couldn't hold on, and now we'll have to try and dig deep to find the answer. Here comes Gilbane for Manly. Out to Stewart. They've run hard all day. Good ball into the path of Starner. Onside. Ball across. There's a few players in the likes of Patanis. Gilbane! Oh! Manly is back! No! Less than 60 seconds after the Tigers take the lead. And it's Captain Fantastic with a beautifully struck volley. What a moment for this Manly women's side. They have been completely bashed in the second stanza of this round 6 matchup. But out of nothing have struck back with venom and furiosity to level the proceedings here. Then the Tigers do one of the worst kickoff routines I've seen in some time, which just oozes frustration. Boy, will they feel disappointed. They've done so well to find their way in front, only to concede immediately after going ahead. And now can one of these sides still pinch it here? Lovely roll. Could it be Manly? Vernon's looked really good since coming on. Tries to get it to Stewart. Stewart touches a bit heavy. Will keep it in. Still looking for an option. Back to Vernon. Lovely touch initially. Finds Manette. Back to Zorden. Takes a deflection. Could have gone anywhere. Fortunately for the Tigers, it's Murray's chest, and she clears. Now Dominikovic tries to break, but Phoebe Gilbane with a monstrous challenge. Here's Zorden now, looking for the answer, but can't go past Grass, who's also been fantastic today. Goes up the field to Johnson. She wants to try and find Dominikovic. Well, she wants to find someone in a black and white shirt eventually gets it to Mortlock. But the ball across is cut out by Stewart. And now Manette has the ball for Manly. And she finds her way through, still going, but can't find the pass to Vernon. Dominikovic back to Grass, looking for Burton. Mortlock wants the ball. The Tigers, have they got one last huff in them to get back in front? But Smeltzer steps across really well. Burton just has to clear and see it out of play as a sub now comes for the Tigers, a double change. Isla Witham,
Substitution for the Northern
and
Tigers coming to the field.
the longest name in the National Women's Premier League competition, Julie Murphy Perez Texeria.
Julia Perez.
Not exactly sure how the ground announcer pronounced that one. We'll have to get a double check on that one. Anthony Caruso.
And making their way to the field, number 10, Charlotte Mortlock.
Mortlock is off. She looks
And number
tired.
18, Bo Burton.
And Bo Burton is off after just getting what surely Tigers fans thought was going to be the winner. Just a couple of minutes to play. There won't be many stoppages. The header flicked on by the substitution, Texeria. But Manly clear. Now can they potentially steal a late one there? Well, one back. Starner tripped, but not given the free kick. Now they come wide. Here's Witham. Tries to go around Burton. Still going here and will win the corner. So a last chance here for the Tigers. There will, of course, be some added time to come. Apparently at Cromer Park in this competition we don't get the fourth official board. I do find it strange because they do have it for the men's, but apparently they're not allowed to share. Here comes the corner. Cartwright takes, whipped in nicely. Plenty of players there, but takes a nick away from a attacking header. Manly survive another set piece. What a game this has been between two very good sides. Dominikovic up to Johnson. Dominikovic still going. Smeltzer's got some work to do. Does it brilliantly. Johnson still going. Can she get a second? Johnson has a go. Jackson, who's been really good since coming on, gets in the way. It's Cartwright now. Back to Murray. Can't get it past Starner. Stewart's ball forward is hopeful. Grass now into the path of Texeria. Loses it though. Well, one there by Gilbane. Grass has to be careful. Ball forward into Texeria, who just passes it to a ghost. And Manly will probably take their time with this goal kick. They will be very pleased with the point, considering the way the game has gone. And they still won late. With Manette. Tries to play it into Starner, who will get this back. It's Manette still. Will this break kindly for a Manly player? Not on this occasion. They cleared away. I thought Johnson was offside. She let it go. Witham's back there to put the pressure on. Back pass was a little shady from Smeltzer. Simonson was aware. Hoisted long. Dominikovic trying to win the header. Drops kindly for a shot by Cartwright, but it would have required a lot of pizzazz to score there. Well, this has been deemed going out for a corner. Well, this is a huge call from the referee, Rutkowski. And Hannah Sheridan on the far touchline here. I felt for all money that was just a goal kick. And now with probably the final moment of the match, We're guessing here, obviously, because we don't get the added time shown to us for the Tigers to steal it here. Ball comes in from Cartwright. It's nicely weighted. Players are there. Back across the face of goal. Will it come to cross? Oh, and Gilbane's in the way. Back to Osner, and it goes out for a corner, but it won't be taken. And it'll end here with the spoils shared between two very good teams. Manly United equalising in the most dramatic fashion to send this game to the full-time whistle, 2 goals apiece. You would argue that Manly will take this as a win. Their first real test, you must say, since the season started. And they've managed to survive it. The Northern Tigers will feel disappointed. They had plenty of chances to put Manly away in that second half. They found the way via Bo Burton in the 85th minute, but only 60 seconds later, Phoebe Gilbane stepped up and made an immense contribution to end the game, 2 goals apiece. What a wonderful game to start off the Sunday evening fixtures in the NPL women's competition. If they're anything like we just saw, we are looking forward to a great weekend and particularly a great season. Look at the stats there, 22 shots from the Northern Tigers, 10 on target, only 9 for Manly. Controllers have been broken, ladies and gentlemen. That one there is something that every poor video game FIFA fan will know all too well. And the Northern Tigers are the ones who are on the receiving end of it today. They'll take at least some respite back up Mona Vale Road, knowing that they are certainly a side not to be messed with in 2025. And they themselves got away with 1 in the first half, as I mentioned previously. Full time here at Cromer Park. It's been a wonderful game to call for you. Manly 2, Northern Tigers 2. Have a great weekend.
Just a slight delay at the moment. We are just waiting for the final lineups to be confirmed by both teams. We'll have them to you as soon as possible.